what is thing and I'm about to have no service here soon. On this episode, you're going to discover how to develop a bulletproof mindset and what applies to every single person. And by the end of this video, you're going to be able to see how you can your own life. I'm not anybody special in my wife's eyes and my son's eyes, I'm sure I am, but you can do this too. Anybody is able to develop a impenetrable mindset. No matter the circumstance that you're in, know that it's temporary and you are going to be able to find a way through it. Whether it be positive, negative, whatever it may be, this too shall pass. For those that don't know, I have my own company, and to bring this all full circle, I go out to the job and give you some background context here, a little background story. I did a customer of mine probably about 3 times already. He lives an hour and 15 minutes away, and this is about the 3rd time of us servicing him, right? So I didn't message him and let him know that I was on my, well, I did message him to let him know I was on my way, but he didn't say anything. So I was like, oh, you know what, whatever, I'm just gonna head out. So I head out and tell him like, hey, I'm gonna be around 111. I'll be out there. Didn't hear back from him. So I'm just like, okay, what the heck? 111 angel numbers, right? So I tell him, okay, this is fine. As I drive up there, going through all of the mountains, service drops out, whatever, I'm just enjoying my time, you know, not thinking much of it. And I was like, in the back of my head, I like thought to myself, what if this guy is not even home? Unbeknownst to me, a whole hour and 15 minutes later, I find out that this guy's not home, and his dog's home though, just jumping up around, freaking out, scratching up the door, jumping on the window, barking, yapping, all kinds of craziness. And I'm just sitting there like, what do? I call, I text, I tell the guy like, hey, I'm just gonna drop off, because I'm over here dropping off some rugs, right, that I cleaned for him. I'm just gonna drop it off and, you know, I'll discuss payment, things like that with you in 2 weeks or something like that. And also leading up to the time I come out there, I'm a little upset. So I think to myself, right, why is he able to text me now instead of not being able to text me this whole time when I'm on my way out there? I'm pissed. I started just going in on it, just thinking about all the worst case scenarios as to why this guy decided to do this to me, right? Hey, please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all showing some love. You boys just looking to get to 500 subs by the end of this year. I think I could definitely do that. Please help me get there. But nonetheless, it still took me about a whole 30 to 45 minutes on the drive back to not say anything, to not just keep bitching about it. Because I'm going to be honest, as we go about this life and things happen to all of us where we don't plan accordingly and we get blindsided, just like how I got blindsided by this customer not showing up when I drove a whole hour and a half essentially over to his place, and then have to drive another hour and a half back. So I'm wasting about 3 to 4 hours of just drive time, because there's times where I had to sit and book jobs as I was on my way back, and then the service would drop out, whatever. I'm sharing with you guys that as to what happened to me today when a customer did a no-show and I drove all the way out there, and how I'm not allowing this to affect me, and how you can use the same situation, the same story, and apply it to your life as to how you can not have situations that go south, because you know you may plan a pretty picnic but you can't predict the weather. But when these things happen, just like it did to me, what did I do? I got a hold of myself, started breathing, and I decided like, hey, I'm gonna do a breath exercise. I pulled over on the road. Mind you, I'm in nature, so I'm in my element. Love nature. I'm in my element, and I say, okay, let me just do a breath exercise. Did a 10-minute breath exercise, and that kind of reset me. But still on the drive back, I was in my head like, oh, this guy, blah, 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 blah. But who knows? Maybe he's going through a life-changing situation, you know, because he was divorced and his kid, he has kids, just like I have a kid. So, you know, maybe he's going through it. So I'm over here trying to think about the positive things as to what's going on, and not thinking about how this guy's had it out for me and trying to waste my time. It's easy to be against ourselves, especially when it involves other people, to be against them whenever we experience a situation where they may have wronged us, or we're on the other end of the spectrum where we're affected by other people's causes, right? So one thing that I wanted to share with you as to how I went about this, and is one of the most important things, is you can see yourself in a third person view and think to yourself, how would I respond if I detach myself from the situation? Like, think about yourself, viewing yourself from a bird's eye view, third person view, and outside of time. Like, how is it going to reflect based off of how you react in that moment, right? So if I'm looking at myself and I'm like, say I'm 10 years advanced and I time travel back and I think, hey, how is this person going to respond? Am I responding how a normal person would do and just lash out, be all emotional? Or am I being more stoic in the way that I feel about the situation, understanding that, hey, this went wrong, but I am not going to identify myself with this situation in itself. I should be a philosopher. Hey, I appreciate it. Honestly, learning about stoicism and philosophy in itself has helped me through so many stressful situations, especially nowadays, because of all the things that's been happening. Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for the love. I appreciate you. I love you. I love you. Thanks for the love. But yeah, just being able to detach yourself from that situation, and me being able to detach myself from that situation has allowed me to be like, okay, that's what it is. It happened in the past. Let's move on. As we move on, I'm going to bring you into number 2. As we move on, we're able to then view the things that are important to us. You can judge the size of a person based off of what their problems are. The size of their problems will dictate the size of that person, right? So the size of the person's problems are going to dictate the size of that person. I had to say it again. If you see a person that, I'm driving right now, I'm being safe, don't worry. I'm driving right now. But as you are driving, I'm sure everyone's been through this, and you see someone that just cuts you off, they don't turn on their blinker, no nothing, no warning, and you're upset. It's like, oh man, this person, oh fuck you, and then you just give them the bird, and you're just both of you guys are flipping each other off, going at it, and then what, a whole 5 minutes later, they're gonna go on about their lives. They're probably not even gonna remember you. You guys just don't even have any recollection of each other outside of that moment, right? So think, how is this way that I respond going to affect me 5 minutes later, 5 hours later, 5 days later, 5 weeks later, so on and so forth, right? So as we're able to really dive into the way that we grasp a moment and unpack it, mind you, like I wasn't like this my whole life. I was not like this my whole life, right? It took me years to get here. Look at this. I got gray hairs in my beard. Right? So it took me a little bit to get to this moment. So that brings me to my next one, number 3. And number 3 is just realizing how delicate life is. I started to view this as I look 20. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm actually 34, believe it or not. I guess this is what exercise and eating decent looks does to you. Is it, causes you to not age so badly, because a lot of people be just aging like crazy. But what was I saying? I digress. Oh yeah. Just the delicacy of life. Life is too short, man. It sounds cliche, but life is really too short. I know so many people from high school that have passed away that were my friends,